It's raining and gross outside. I'm realizing my hair is not cooperating with me. I hope you are all having a wonderful Tuesday morning. And I hope that my lateness gave you an opportunity to check out the Buy It Now, because there's some great floral stuff in there to distract from the gross weather. Let me hop on over to, it's raining and gross there too. Yeah, we had such a beautiful day yesterday though, so it was like, you know what, I'll accept it for what it is. We got a nice day, and so if we have to have one nasty rainy day, I will accept it. All right, let me get over here. Content. Thank you very much. Yeah, the pink is starting to fade out a little bit, so I have to figure out what color I want to do next. All right, let's see. Subscribers. I know, I don't want to look like Cruella. That's right. No, Whatnot is not mine. No. If it was, I'd be banning lots of people. It'd be like a mass casualty event over on Whatnot if I was in charge over there. People would be like, why was I banned? All right. Let's get over to to the notes. Let's see. Oh, I don't have them yet. So today we are here on Niknax.net. I lost my sign. I cleaned up my desk the other day and I lost my sign. I don't remember where I put it. Oh, I put it in this box. Here we go. We're on Niknax.net today. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about Niknax.net. Niknax.net is my e-commerce marketplace. We have live sales, buy it now, multi-day auctions, over 100,000 buy it now listings, over 4,300 sellers, and over 43,000 members. We've only been here about a year, and well, a year and a half now. And we're growing super fast. It's a wonderful place to be. Our goal for Niknax is to keep it family friendly, to keep the community safe, and make it a fun place to be. Keep out the trolling, keep out the scamming, keep it what it should be. a safer alternative, to other platforms. And I've always said I just want to bottle it up what it is now and keep it that way. But let me see. Oh yeah, York Goodwills are the worst. I don't even go there. York Goodwills are. I used to go there years and years ago, and then it was like it's not even worth making the trip. Where's my coaster? It's over in this box. This is what happens when I switch photo boxes to do a show. I'm so disorganized. Things in that photo box. All right, so let's get to our notes today. Lancaster is pretty bad. I was there the other week and I didn't find much, but I just chalked it up to being late in the day. So I used to find lots of really great stuff at Lancaster, but it's been years since I was there last. I get comments occasionally. People are like, have you ever been to the Lancaster Goodwill? And I was like, I used to be there every week. Thank you very much. All right. Well, let's get started talking about Niknax. When I'm done with our notes, we'll have some time to chat. We can talk about other things, but we can also talk about Niknax. Any questions you have, I will answer at the end, because otherwise I get all off topic and I get on tangents. Obviously, we're talking about which Goodwills are the best right now. So we currently have 43,230 members. That's 336 new members since last week. We seem to be like on a we're just just moving along, moving along. But that's really exciting. So welcome to all of our new members. It's great to have you here. Welcome to Niknax. I hope that you love it here. I hope that you see a difference in Niknax, and that you just love being here, being a part of our community. It's a wonderful place to be. We added 28 new sellers. So we have 28 new sellers. Welcome to all of our new sellers. I have been getting questions like, how do I go live? Your email, if you got an approval email, will explain to you the steps you need to take if you want to go live. But for those of you who maybe lost your email, you go into the chat channels on the left-hand side and you go to Niknax information. And there is a chat channel that says live sales onboarding, and you will schedule an onboarding session. There are 2 onboarding sessions a week. So I'm pretty sure there was. So 2 onboarding sessions a week. You can hop on either of those onboarding sessions and then you're good to go. So onboarding isn't like you get approval to go live. Onboarding is just showing you what buttons to press, how to bring things to stage, how to list things, that sort of stuff, because Niknax has a little bit of a different setup than other platforms that if you do live selling, you might be used to selling on. So yeah, but that is how you get into the live selling. I already lost my notes. I need to pull out that one tab because I have 7 million tabs open at once. It's a thing. We currently have 105,000, over 105,000 listings. That's a lot of listings. So I would encourage you to go out and search the marketplace. I found some really cool stuff today when I was tagging items for our Buy It Now, which you probably see somewhere around your screen. People say it looks like a cheeseburger. But if you click on that, you will see a bunch of Buy It Now listings. I am emotionally attached to my tabs. That is so true. I'm like, it's like I go to shut it down and it's like, wait, are you sure you want to close? And I'm like, no, I don't want to close. I need that tab. I'm going to need it next week. Anyway, so go check out the Buy It Now listings. There's some really great stuff in there, not just in here, but like I said, 105,000 listings. So they're worth browsing around, checking things out. I've gotten some really cool stuff. I mean, we wouldn't have our shop hippo. He moves around. He's currently over by the coffee station. But we wouldn't have our shop hippo if we didn't browse the Buy It Nows. So I absolutely encourage you to do that. You'll find some weird, funky stuff, some unique stuff, some rare stuff, some cool stuff. I need my notebook because I just thought of something else I need to talk about. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the purchase of the Buy It Now. I appreciate it. The Sheep Flower Frog by Westport Pottery. Is that Westport Pottery? It's amazing, right? I've had one of their pieces and I love it. I love sheep stuff. All right. So let's get to our notes. Happy International Hummus Day. You guys weren't expecting that. It's Hummus Day today. So make sure you get out and you enjoy some hummus. Maybe at your local Mediterranean restaurant, if you have one, definitely go check it out. They have, if you like have a real Mediterranean restaurant, they have this amazing salad there that's it translates to village salad, and I can't remember, I can never remember the name to it, but it has like peppers and olives and feta. It's like the best salad ever. So if you do go enjoy some hummus, also get the salad because it's really good. Yeah, we're selling hummus now. I don't know if we could manage that. I feel like you lost me. You can ask for no feta. You can just say hold the feta. Also, it's crouton day, so just throw some croutons in that salad and you're good to. You got 2 covered. Fruit cocktail day. That's going to be a hard one. Maybe that's dessert. So you can just knock them all out. Christina knows I hate croutons. It's like stale bread. I don't know why anyone eats croutons. They're disgusting. Not a fan. But if you want to check off all of the international happy days, you can go to your local Mediterranean restaurant. Just bring your own fruit cocktail, I guess. Bring one of those little dole things in syrup. You're covered. The fruit cup, the dole fruit cup. That's what I'm saying. With the one single half of a cherry that you save for last. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. So summer is coming. We are going to, just like last year, we are going to try to overcome that summer slowdown. Summer slowdown is a thing. We talked about it last year. We're going to talk about it again because we're kind of, we're coming into summer. Kids are, my kid Ashton only has 1 more week of school. Juliet is homeschooled now. She's almost done as well. But we only have 1 more week of school, and it's kind of crazy. So we're kind of getting there. So in case you're like new to reselling, you're new to selling, I mean, I think all retail gets it. All retail kind of has that summer slowdown, unless of course you live in like this touristy area, and then you get all the tourists coming in buying from you, and then that's your time to shine. But we see it a lot in reselling. We get that summer slowdown. We're going to try our best. Last year, I don't even think we really saw a summer slowdown. I was talking to Eddie and Sienna about it, and, we were talking about summer slowdown. I'm like, what summer slowdown? We pulled up the numbers, and we like absolutely killed it last year, guys. And I think we can do it again. I mean, as long as we're all in the mindset of we're up against the summer slowdown, let's just nail this and hit it out of the park. I think that we can do it. And we just have to have that mentality of this is what's going on. But don't be discouraged. I think that's where you kind of like get in this, you're discouraged. And then why would you text me that in the middle of this? Because that is like, do I say that out loud? I just lost my train of thought. You can type it in the chat if you want to, but I'm not going to say that. There she goes. So I forgot what I was saying. You did it. By the way, guys, in case you're new to Niknax, we are a family-friendly marketplace. So innuendos don't count as long as they're fun. So anyway, going into summer slowdown, I would encourage you, like we've talked about last week, just coming up with fun new ideas, pushing yourself out of, the routine of like, okay, this is how I do my sales. I preload everything. I do it this way. I do it that way. I always have it on this day. I always have it at this time. Like try new things. Because other people's routine is changing for summer. And so maybe your routine of when you have sales should also be changing. So think about that too. One thing I do want to remind everybody is that we do have a policy, and this is federal law. We've had to send out some messages in the past. It's nobody's fault. It's confusing, but you can't do any sales that are purchase required for a gift or a perk or something else. So you can't do like, oh, if you buy 2, you get 1 free, or stuff like that. That's considered purchase necessary, and that goes against the same as like, enter, like if you purchase something, you're entered for a giveaway. It's a gift with purchase, yes, and that goes back to we don't have giveaways because it's against federal lottery laws and all of that. So the result of that, and in worst case scenario, is you could get a fine. I don't know how that would impact me. I don't know how that would impact the district. But when you're getting creative about how you're going to do your sales, just please remember we can't do stuff like that. We can't have mystery wheels. We can't have like you get a buy 2, get 1 free. Buy 1, buy 3 things, get 50% off your next purchase, stuff like that. So we can't do that at this time. So, and they vary from state to state. It's really messy. So we're just trying to keep it the same across the board because we don't really want to get into the mess, especially since I never studied law. It took me 10 years to get my associate's degree, and that was in general studies. So here we are. Let's see. So remember last year when we did the what did we do last year? They take us with you. They take us with you on your summer trip. I thought that was so much fun. I think last year we went to Jamaica. Where else did we go last summer? We went to the beach. We went so many fun places last summer, and I wanted to encourage you guys to do that again this summer. We need more Hawaii sunsets. Yes, yes, we went to the lake. I think that's so much, like, just take us on vacation with you. I mean, that's one of the perks of live selling is, you can take it anywhere. You can set up, and you can not only just have a live sale, but you can give the viewers an experience. You can like show them the scenery. You can be like, oh my gosh, we're in Jamaica today. Like, we're going to be selling this stuff. Like, check this out. Like, look at this beautiful scenery, that sort of thing. So last year we encouraged that. I would love to encourage that again. Hype it up. Be like, hey guys, I'm having a sale live from Italy, like live from, and that being said, for situations like that, we will have some leniency on the 3-day shipping policy, but please let us know ahead of time. So when I'm looking through when things are being shipped, we just kind of know. It's not like, some of you I know are good for it. And if you're late on shipping, I'm like, ooh, something must be going on. But if I see something, I'll be like, wonder what's happening there. So just make sure that, like, if you're away or something, because I might not see that you're away. I see a lot of things, but I might not see. So yes, we did have a summer vacation thumbnail last year. I'll see if I can dig it back out because I don't know where it is. Yeah, you could just share this. I feel like even if it is sharing the scenery, make sure you have your buy it now loaded, because I don't want it to turn into a chat show. We do have a rule against chat shows, unless, of course, it's coming from me or an admin. But yes, I feel like just showing the scenery, having items in your buy it now, talking about where you're at, what you're doing. But when it comes to like Niknax policy, buyer policy, that sort of thing, we just try to avoid that, because we found that a lot of false information can get out there if people start talking about the policies and don't fully understand. So summer is a great time for sourcing. That is very true, especially when you're on vacation. You can go to new places, find a new honey hole on vacation. I found some really great places, when we were in Cape May. I love going up to central New York, where my family's from. So make sure, if you're going, tell your family, like, all right, guys, I'm going to be gone for the day. I'm just going to go out and go sourcing. But one thing I will caution you guys is make sure you have enough room in the car, because sometimes I've run into that issue where it's like, oh, kids, sorry, I don't know how we're going to make this work. You might have to stay here. So make sure you have enough room in the car if you do go sourcing on vacation. Or, get one of those things that goes on top of the car. Yeah, an extra suitcase, that you can get creative with it. Kids got to welcome. Fortunately, we usually have Mimi and Buck with us, and then I could just be like, okay, you can ride home with Mimi and Buck. I need these 2 seats for things. Usually they volunteer to go with my parents, but all right, let's see. List or have a show with all of your summer finds. That's a great idea. Like, hey, I was just in this place. If you can't have a show while you're there, maybe have a show selling those finds when you get back. Be like, oh my gosh, my finds from England, my finds from Scotland, my finds from Iowa. You can do all sorts of things with that. We have some new mods. We did add some new moderators last week. So you've probably seen a few new users with with little shields on them. So Anyone want to raise their hands there if you have a little shield? we've got Amanda, Candyland Curiosity, Donna's Doodads. Yep. We also have Jeannie Bird. We have Trish, and we have Elsie. I think those are the 5 that we added last week. Forgive me if I am missing anyone, but I think those are the 5 we added last week. So our moderator team is growing. The Fab 5. The reason that we are growing our team on the moderator side is because we are seeing a little bit more trolling. I talked about this last week. We are seeing a bit more trolling, and what did I miss? we were just announcing new moderators. We are seeing a little bit more trolling, and to combat some of that trolling, we are trying to have more presence in sales. And obviously, as we grow, as we have like 10 or 12 sales happening all at once, we can't be in every single show. And so having more eyes out on the marketplace definitely is helpful. And yes, moderators do have guidelines. We do have a list of guidelines, like protocol, like, okay, if you see this, this is how you respond. If you see that, this is how you respond. This is the expectations. These are the requirements. And so there are guidelines in place for moderators, but I'm really excited. This is a sign of growth for Niknax, and I think it's going to be really fantastic. So welcome everybody. Welcome. And I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time until we're adding additional moderators because we're growing quite fast and it's very, very exciting. I was like, is there? Okay. All right. So thank you, everybody. Yeah, moderators are different here than in other places, absolutely. And hopefully soon we do have the ability to add, like if you are a seller and you're having a live sale, you are able to nominate your own moderators for your show. I do hope that comes soon, but since we don't have that, that's why it was important to us to be able to add moderators on a marketplace level, so that when they're in shows and they see stuff happening, they can boot somebody from the marketplace as a last resort. So moderators do have the power to completely ban somebody from the marketplace, but that's like the highest power, and that is if it's really bad. So if it's ever like 2:00 in the morning and you see a moderator out just watching sales and something bad is happening and you need to alert somebody, they do have the power to get ready. But you also have the power to boot somebody from a sale. Remember, you have the power to boot somebody from your sale. We had that issue the other night with somebody who I should have blocked earlier because I got a heads up from another marketplace owner that this person was trouble. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to wait until they rear their ugly head here on Niknax. And sure enough, not 24 hours later, we're getting screenshots. And I'm like, darn it. But they're gone. So, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. As we grow, we're going to see more of that. So hopefully we can stay on top of it. That's my ultimate goal, is to keep on top of it. And I think the problem with some other places is that they kind of let it slide. They let it go. And then it just got worse and worse and worse. So as long as we can stay ahead of it, we're going to be in good shape. We're going to be in good shape. All right. So we have some snacks. Yes, Mainly Made is being pulled back into Niknax. So a lot of the sellers from Mainly Made are coming over to Niknax. But Niknax is now the main marketplace. And we probably should be making Mainly Made invisible to the public. That probably should be the next step. But right now it's still sitting out there. And you know what? I might do that. We'll see. She did great protecting her girls. I'm glad. Yeah. That makes me happy. Yeah. That was, yeah, I should have, For me, it's like yes, I knew this person had the potential to be an issue, but I don't like to just act on something unless I see it myself. That's why I tell you guys always get screenshots, because if I don't have the screenshots showing me that this person is an issue, I can't go off somebody else's word. I have to see it. I have to know, like, okay, here it is. Here's the screenshots. This person is an issue, and then I can act on it. But I always want that proof of a screenshot, because otherwise it's he said, she said. And it could just be somebody who doesn't like somebody else saying, well, this person said this in my show. I didn't think that with this case, but I honestly, I wasn't in a place to ban them at the time, and I should have. I should have. Yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, I did say criminal justice, but no, never law. All right, so let's talk about snacks real quick. Snacks. So for our sellers who are selling snacks, and by the way, I do have to go through, we did get a bunch of people requesting to sell snacks. So I have a list. I need to go through that list and go through the new requests to sell snacks. And I'll probably get to that this week. But I did want to remind everybody that it is getting warmer. It is getting hotter out. So please be careful when you're shipping out your snacks, because chocolate melts, gummies melt. I know, because I've left gummy bears in my car before, and then I've come out the next day and I was like, no. It's just like, I was telling Christina this yesterday. I was like, it's a blob. Yeah, and I'm not going to waste it. I'm still going to eat the blob. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't think your customer is going to be like, oh, look at my gummy bears. It's just one giant blob now. They're probably not going to be happy about that. So like Amanda said, if you really want to do it, you can ship it with ice pack. I don't know. I mean, that's what I know, that plant sellers have, like, packs that they put in with their plants. Like, there's like a whole thing. I feel like serious snack sellers do similar things with ice packs. And if you're shipping like priority, if you're going to get it there in 2 days, an ice pack will probably do the trick, as long as it doesn't get stuck in a truck somewhere in Texas for an entire day sitting in the sun. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of that as you're shipping out your snacks. I mean, in the summer, if you're not able to do that, you might want to shift gears and be selling like pretzels and chips and those sort of things that can't melt. Now I want a snack. I should have added some snacks to the buy it now. I wasn't thinking. Okay, so we have some dates of upcoming events. It is very important that if you are interested in being in any events, that you pay attention right now. If you are interested in any upcoming events, because inevitably we get a bunch of messages after the fact about people wanting to be in these events, and if it's full, we can't really kick anybody out to let other people in. So pay attention. I'm going to give you some dates. Write them down. Get your notebook or your Post-it notes. Glass Gallery, the next one. Glass Gallery is going to be July. We're not going to do the first week of July. The first time I announced that, I was like, July 4th, that's not a good idea. So the dates for the Glass Gallery in July are July 19th through the 20th. Those are going to be our Glass Gallery dates for July. So it's not the first week like normal. It's going to be in the middle of July. That's going to be our event for July. Normally, when you have a Glass Gallery, we have a paperweight sale. We do like another event at the end of the month. But because it's right smack dab in the middle, we're probably just going to do that event for July. We might throw in a few Fast Friday freights, but that's going to be our big event for July. And it is the 19th to the 20th. All right. Obviously, if we get a big turnout, which we probably will, I mean, it's a huge, huge event. And I don't think we've ever had a Glass Gallery where somebody has not made a sale. I don't know. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that in every Glass Gallery, we've had sales in every single live sale. And I mean, even the buy it nows are popping off. So it's a big event. It's a big event, and I always say nobody does glass like Niknax does glass. He started a whole new collection during the last glass gallery. There's nothing wrong with a nice collection of glass. Yes. Oh, and a Christmas in July train is on the way. Yes. Yeah. So there are going to be other seller trains during that month. That is just the Niknax sponsored train. So we, as a marketplace, like to sponsor one big train a month. Sometimes when we have our special trains, like the glass gallery, we'll do two. But we like to have one big Niknax sponsored train every month, which we get behind as far as promotion and that sort of stuff. But sellers are having their own trains. They're doing their own trains. They're promoting their own stuff. So, if you want to sign up for any of their trains, like absolutely make sure you're checking the chat channels because they're posting in there. But that is the big Niknax sponsored train is going to be glass gallery. Signups will more than likely be in June. June is going to be signups for the glass gallery. Everybody write that down. Please check the Gazette and make sure notifications are on in the Gazette. I feel like a lot of people miss the signups because their notifications are not on in the Gazette. Christina does not post very often in the Gazette. So if you have your notifications turned on, you will get the notifications when she posts about signups. So if you are ever interested in getting in on a Niknax sponsored train, I would encourage you to turn on that notification so that you know when the signups are going to be and you can get right on in there. So the train Gazette. Before I get to this, there is one thing I wanted to talk about that I didn't have in my notes. I have been posting to social media. Yesterday, I accidentally posted two posts in one day. I'm getting the hang of it, though. I'm kind of getting there. Thank you for your purchase. I appreciate that. I'm figuring it out, is what I'm saying to you. So I'm going to be looking in the we used to have it. Where is it? The for social media use channel, which is under channels. I'm actually going to edit channel. Okay. So there is a chat channel called for social media use. It's the very last chat channel drop down, and it's called for social media use. So I wanted to encourage you guys, if you have an event coming up, if you have a big live sale, I can't promise that I'm going to be pulling everything from there. Like, I'm not going to be able to promote every single event. So don't expect me to be pushing everything out. But I'm going to be looking at that for inspiration with social media posts. And I'm going to attempt to post to Niknax, Facebook, and Instagram every single day. So if I don't have content, I'm going to be looking in the social media posts. So this isn't just live sales. This is buy it now listings. If you have something cool that you just listed, something unique, and you would like to see it promoted out on Instagram or Facebook, post it in there, because I'm going to be looking at that and I'm going to be drawing inspiration from that. So it is under the last final drop down, and it is for social media use. So I wanted to just throw that out there. We also I forget which reel I have scheduled for today, but I think it's a good one because I only make really good reels. All right. So let's do, will you be able to promote Android? Oh, like that you can use on an Android, for live selling? I mean, drop that down in the chat. Here's an idea. Even if you have ideas for reels, put that in here too. I mean, it doesn't have to just be like, oh, here's something I have for sale. If you have an idea for a reel that I could make happen, put that out there too. So it's like, hey, I noticed that a lot of people are selling snacks. You should promote snacks. I put out that snack reel yesterday that hopefully everybody enjoyed. If you saw it over on our Niknax Facebook page, and if not, I'm going to show you right now because it was like the best one I've ever made. Give me 1 second. Here it is. I'm going to show you. I'm going to just show you real quick because I need to show you. I'll turn you guys around here. Ready? Here. So that was really cute. And then we also have this one. It was really expensive. But we're going to sell it. Signature. So there's two reels that went out. And one thing you can do to help get Niknax out there is share these reels. That is a steal on this piece. I want to invite everybody to come over to Niknax. Niknax.net. So there you go. It was really expensive. Those are the reels we have out right now. I am posting them on Facebook and Instagram. I may try to get them out on TikTok. I have to work with Brandon to figure out how to get onto the TikTok. You can tell that I'm like real hip on all that stuff. Got to get onto the TikTok. But I'm going to try posting reels out there. I just like across the board. I don't know about Android because I'm not on Android, but I think I did. Didn't I add an Android channel? I feel like I did. I think I did add an Android. I said I was going to do it last week. I thought I did. Chat channels, Android users. There is now a chat channel called Android users. In fact, you can click on that and then you can chat about Android because I don't have the answers about Android. I don't have the answers about Android. Mention our social media advertising Niknax lives. Yes, you can include Niknax links. You can include Niknax links. I think just like links outside, we have to be careful about. Obviously, we had that issue the other week with the scammers in the DMs. Oh, other way around. I'm sorry, I missed it. Claudine, I'm sorry. Can we still mention our social media advertising in Niknax Live? Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You can. Yeah. Yeah. I've always said that. Yes. All right. All right. Let me see. Back to notes. Let me get through my notes and then I'll answer your questions because otherwise, like I said, I get off track. All right. Kudos and reminders. As the marketplace grows, obviously we're having a little bit of growing pains. I wouldn't actually call it growth. I feel like as we're growing, it's just going to happen. We're going to attract people that are going to try to hurt Nick. Not hurt Nick, but you know what I mean. We're going to attract people that maybe don't belong here. Maybe this isn't their vibe. Maybe they're not the vibe for us. It's going to happen. But I wanted to thank everybody for being here, for helping preserve what we envision for Niknax, kindness, community, all of those things, building each other up, encouragement, like all of the positive things. That's really what we want for Niknax. And I appreciate all of you for helping us achieve that. And when you see stuff that might not be that way, screenshotting it, sending it to us, helping us get where we need to be, and just nip it right quick. So Christina, in her words, says, thank you all for riding the beautiful waves with us. Your kindness, community spirit, purchases, sense of humor, and support for Niknax is what helps us grow stronger. And I feel like that was a really nice way to put it. So I just had to read it because paraphrasing just wouldn't do it. So, and it's true. It's true. So thank you all for being here and riding the waves with us. We appreciate it. Here's the thing. Whenever you like hop into a sale, make sure you're following sellers. I mean, like if you like somebody's sale, if you like their energy, if you like their stuff, make sure you're giving them a follow. That way you're getting notifications when they go live. I'm sure they're encouraged by those follows, especially, jumping into a new sale. I was in a sale the other day and I noticed like nobody was talking. And I was like, come on, guys. I really want to encourage you guys. And I do this every week. If you're hopping into a sale, just try to spark up, like if it's quiet, like just try your best to like spark up conversation, chat it up. Yeah, absolutely. Get people talking. I feel like we almost need some cards. We talked about this when we first started, like getting an old game of like, they have those old games that like trivia games, but like, yeah, like what is your favorite, like icebreakers, like a whole stack of icebreakers and like sending them out to people. Like here's a stack of icebreakers. Like you can hop in a sale and you can break the ice. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That was just like, so, although I feel like some of the trivia would just be so random. I think I even said, to district once, it would be really cool to have like an AI bot that just went in and asked random trivia questions. Like just randomly in different chats, just to get people talking. Like if it's like a lot, like just jump in and just be like, hey, what's everybody having for dinner? That would be like I feel like that would be the only question I would have it programmed to do. It would be like 8 o'clock in the morning and it would be like, hey, what's everybody having for dinner? Be like, is that Jocelyn? Is that, what is she doing? They sell those cards in a jar. Oh, do they sell those cards in a jar? Let's mingle. Oh, I'm going to write that down. Let's mingle. Let's mingle. Okay, I'm writing that down. We need new merch. Do you think we need new merch for Niknax? I have that Niknax Turns 1 sweatshirt. I love that sweatshirt. It's a beautiful lavender color. All the merch. All right, maybe we need to look into some more merch. You like to tell a story related to the item history. Oh no. All right, let's do the event calendar. Tour time. Speaking of events, if you were in my live sale the other night, we came to a community decision that yes, we are having a antique show next year on Mother's Day weekend here in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I'd love to have all of you here, but we're also decided to do one a little bit sooner. And so we're going to try to do one in October. The weekend of October 25th. October 25th. October. Yeah. So, mark your calendars. We're going to lock that in. October 25th. I just wrote October's 25th. Can be camp out at your place. So here's the thing though, about doing it that late in the season, there will not be any water. So we would have to have porta potties, and we would bring in food trucks, but the food trucks wouldn't have any water. And if you camped there, you would not have any water. So, no, that I'm listing the Airbnb June 1st. June 1st, the Airbnb is going up, whether I feel like it's ready or not. It's going up June 1st. I'm done with it. I'm just like, I realize I'm never going to be happy with it. I'm never going to be like, oh, it's done. So June 1st, I'm just going to suck it up and list it and be done with it. New store. Oh man, I was over there yesterday pulling a bunch of stuff out. But no new store on the horizon yet. Someday. Someday. Maybe Airbnb is first. That'll be my next project. We can all come in October and help organize. I mean, it is only 5 months away. I might need 5 months. What is today? Yeah, we were just halfway to Halloween, so we're like 6 months. 5. We're 5. Anyway, it's gonna be really exciting. I will probably set something up in Eventbrite for vendors and maybe ticket prices. I have to figure out if it's better to do at the gate or do online ticketing. So I have to just kind of weigh the options. But October 25th weekend. So anyway, let's talk about our online events on Niknax.net. All right. So coming up, we have Meet Your Maker Handmade Market event. So every 4th Friday of the month, we switch the entire homepage of Niknax over to all handmade. It is like our handmade market. I love going to like actual handmade markets, and I decided, why not do a virtual one? So that's what we do every 4th Friday. You can buy handmade on Niknax all month, but that is the one day of the month that we just feature it all on our homepage. So that is May 23rd. We are doing Meet Your Maker. That is a live sale train. But the handmade market is all in the homepage. So all the buy it now listings will be on the homepage. If you are a maker, make sure that your items are tagged with the maker tags. So I believe they're Niknax artist made. You want to tag your items with those tags to get them to show up on the homepage, because if they're not tagged, they're not showing up on the homepage. And if you're not a maker and you're tagging your items with those tags, I'm going to untag them. And I'm going to be annoyed because I don't like having to untag things that don't fall under that category. Oh, for young Niknax artists. Well, I have them featured on the homepage. I know Born in the Wrong Century has her daughters on it. I bought quite a few things from them. They usually have some cute stuff. I don't know if we have enough young artists to make it an actual event. Oh, your granddaughter does things. Oh, maybe. I'd have to think about that, because then we have minors involved, and so that would be an added level. So I would have to think that through, involving minors, because there would have to be certain rules. Child labor. Yeah, well, I'm kind of wishing I got that law degree right about now. All right. Let's see. So the topic of Meet Your Maker is going to be Munch and Crunch. Munch and Crunch. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. Food as inspiration. So Munch and Crunch. So be inspired by food. I mean, that to me reminds me of being in like kindergarten and making macaroni art, like making macaroni necklaces for my mom. Like, Mom, I made you this necklace. For like the longest time, I had a macaroni necklace hanging from my rearview mirror. I don't know where that went, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Where did I put that? Juliet had made me a macaroni necklace, and I had it hanging there for years until the macaroni was like, it was just like so frail. It was chipping apart. Bead mosaics. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? So there's just some ideas for you if you're on the Meet Your Maker. Just pull out the macaroni and go to town. Elmer's glue and glitter. We're doing Fast Friday Freight this week. Fast Friday Freight is happening. The theme is Under the Sea. under the sea. So it will be nautical theme. So fish, mermaids. That's all I got. So nautical. I mean, also maybe you could do like boats and stuff. Shells, seashells, boats. You just get creative. Jellyfish. Of course, jellyfish. Of course, the jellyfish. So nautical. Listen, there are boats under the sea. I've watched the Titanic. I know. Paperweight extravaganza. That is happening. It's getting closer. I would encourage you that if you are participating in the Paperweight extravaganza as a live seller, I would encourage you to have your items preloaded so that buyers can do pre-shopping. If you have your items preloaded, they can do pre-bids. So get your paperweights preloaded if you are a part of the Paperweight extravaganza. That is the last weekend of the month. It is May 30th, 31st, 1st, and 2nd. So also, if you are a buy it now seller, get them listed now. Get them listed now. I will be posting promotional stuff for the Paperweight extra 2 weeks in advance, and I will be sharing out buy it now listings of paperweights. So I would encourage you that if you have paperweights and you are listing them buy it now, that you get them out there, because I might pick your paperweight to feature in some of the postings I'm putting out there. Lastly, be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. By the Dalai Lama. And that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Niknax 1-year anniversary tomorrow, starting at 7:30 Eastern. $1 start early bird specials, and all items starting at $10 or less. That's exciting. There you go. Everybody be there or be square. 7:30 a.m. That's right. Early bird. Good morning, Niknax. Early bird train. Yeah. Be there. 7:30 a.m. I remember when I was on that train. Yeah, sometimes I get up and I look at my phone. I'm like, oh, it started. And then I remember when I was on it, I was like, yeah. But so if you're up and you're ready for it, check out, get your morning coffee, hop on Niknax, see what they have to offer. $1 starts is pretty exciting. And it is the 1-year anniversary. So definitely be checking that out tomorrow morning. That is every Wednesday morning. So go and check that out. I see an up. Are you posting to? Okay, I see 2 comments here. First of all, Christina says, be mindful about having paperweight sales close to the paperweight event. I mean, just be respectful. A lot of our sellers are putting so much effort into curating these items, putting them up for sale, photographing them, and it's not against the rules, but it is kind of tacky to pop up with a paperweight sale 2 days in advance and sell a bunch of paperweights. Months of work. Yeah. So it is a little bit tacky. It's not, like I said, it's not against our rules, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on you. Other people are going to be like, what is this person doing? So I would encourage you not to have any paperweight sales in the week leading up to the Paperweight extravaganza. The other thing Bandit just mentioned is make sure to take more than one picture of the paperweight, even if it's a live sale. Buy it now, live sale, it doesn't matter. Make sure you're taking more than one picture of the paperweight. Make sure you're getting all the angles, measurements, and please inspect them. Make sure that there are no chips, no cracks, no bruises, because paperweight buyers can be picky. And if it has a bruise, they're not going to want it. So if it has a chip or a crack, they're going to get it and they're going to be like, hey, this wasn't disclosed. that could be a deal breaker for a lot. And some of these paperweights, they go for $200, $300, $400. We've had paperweights sell for $1,200. And so if it has a chip and it gets to that buyer and they're like, listen, this had a chip that wasn't disclosed, guess what? You're probably going to get a return on like a $1,200 paperweight. So please, I'm asking you to just check them over very carefully. If you don't know who made it, don't speculate. Just list it as an art glass paperweight. If somebody is a collector, they're going to know what it is. They're going to know what it is. The other thing Bandit mentioned is packing your paperweights. You know, if somebody buys multiple paperweights, paperweights are heavy. On average, paperweights weigh usually about 2 pounds. So if somebody buys 5 paperweights, that's like 10 pounds plus all of the packing. You're looking at like 12 to 15 pounds. So keep that in mind for your buyers, because when they get that box, it's going to be really heavy. So split them up. I would suggest splitting them up. Try to only do a couple per box if you have somebody who's buying multiple paperweights. Unbundle them to keep them safe. Absolutely. And make sure you're using lots of make sure you're stocking up on bubble wrap. So that is my advice as far as paperweights go. I sold a few. Actually, the paperweight sale was born from me having like a few paperweights. And I'm like, you know what? Let's make this a marketplace wide event. I think that everybody could get in on this and really enjoy it. And I think that this has been amazing. This has been amazing. Actually, paperweights are our biggest event on Niknax, which is crazy, but it is our absolute biggest. Rivaled by Glass Gallery, I will say. But yes, Paperweights is our absolute biggest event on Niknax as far as our biggest weekend. Historically, every single paperweight event just knocks the last one out of the water. So it's going to be big. It's going to be big. So while I'm here, here's some advice is when you're seeing posts about paperweights, make sure you're sharing. You know, make sure you're posting about your paperweights. Make sure you're sharing it on social media. Make sure you're letting everybody know that, hey, we got paperweights. Yeah, Fenton is a good event as well. It is absolutely a good event. We do have our Fenton event. It's not as crazy as paperweights. I feel like Fenton is like Fenton is a little bit more specific, because with paperweights, you have a lot. You have Murano, you have contemporary stuff, you have all sorts of stuff when you get into paperweights, and Fenton is Fenton. But yeah, our Fenton events do very well as well. But that's all I got for notes. So I can hang out here for another 13 minutes, and answer any questions that you guys may have. Okay, yeah, send me a message. That's cool. Send me a message or message the help desk. It's up to you. You find no Fenton in Sweden. Hey, you know, your boxes came, by the way. I bought a few things. They were owls. And they were sitting in my photo box when I got here today. I was like, ooh. Why don't you have links for supplies like your Amazon list? I have a crazy lamp lady supply list. Maybe I should share that in, or just create a separate list since we're not doing links. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will do that. That makes sense. I'm going to write that down. Oh, one thing I did want to say about October 25th is just remember this is Pennsylvania. And it will be cold, probably. Sometimes we get like these weird Octobers where it's like a nice day, but it has been known to snow on Halloween occasionally. But I think that kind of adds to the charm of it. You know, I mean, that's what we're kind of like, the theme is Thrifttoberfest. So we're kind of going off Oktoberfest and we're just spinning it into Thrifttoberfest. So we'll probably have beer and brats and all the things. Yeah, I see. Christina's like, probably. Yeah. All right, let's see. How many paperweights do you suggest to list for 1 hour time slot? For a 1 hour time slot, it depends on how much you talk. Like for me, I'm good with like 40. Yeah, I'm good for about 40. Yeah, I think about 40 for an hour. Yeah, for a half hour, I'd say 15 to 20. Yeah, 60 minimum. No, the buyer does not pay more when you unbundle things. You pay the overage. Yes. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah. Sandy is like the quickest of the quick. Every time I look, I'm like, how many items did she sell in her time slot? It's like all because I see everybody's live sale. I see how many items they sold. I see, and I'm like, what? How is that even possible? Everybody be taking notes from Sandy because she's like, but the craziest thing is like, it doesn't seem like she's going that, like she engages, she talks, but she also like, she's just moving. It's like wild. So she does an awesome job. So if you taking notes from Sandy, because she just keeps it moving. She knows how to make a case for her items fast. Yeah, Sandy classes. Yeah, I feel like Sandy should offer classes on Sandy. We're gonna sign you up as a mentor for how to do it quick. Yeah, we're gonna chat. Done, she says. Oh my goodness. Oh, my makeup is melting off my face. I'm in on that. Fabric Train is this Wednesday. I love singing that we're kind of like branching into fabrics and quilting and that sort of thing. So Fabric Train this Wednesday. Come in, check it out. I'm going to write that down. Fabric Train. We'll have to do a reel about that or something. Theme park on the farm on Sunday. There you go. Theme park on the farm on Sunday. That'll be fun. Oh yeah, we didn't go over the calendar of events, did we? Let me look. What do we have? Calendar of events. Tiny anthro veggies. Oh my gosh. That sounds awesome. What is today? I don't even know what the date is. Today is the 13th. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to be in Broomfield right now. Okay. Yeah, this weekend we have 3 trains on Sunday. We don't have any trains on Saturday. Is that correct? We don't have any trains happening on Saturday? That's weird. I mean, that's cool, but crazy. So on the 18th, we have the Bling-O-Rama jewelry train. We have the theme park train. And we have the welcome aboard train. So welcome aboard is for our new sellers who are just getting started. And I would encourage all of you who are seasoned Niknax professionals, members of the community, to hop on, give some encouragement to those new sellers. Like, get in there, just, say hi, be like, hey, you're doing a great job. Maybe get in there and help if they need help. But that is happening on the 18th as well. How do you join a train? So to join a train, you watch for the signups. And usually the announcement is posted in the Gazette, and it tells you when the signups are going to be posted. And then you wait patiently. And you wait. And then the link is posted, and you click on the link, and you get in there, and you sign up as quickly as possible. And then that's how you get on a train. The Prance Parade party is tomorrow. I don't have that in here. Pants Parade. Am I on the right date? Pants Parade is tomorrow. Pants aren't in here. Listen, I was going to be on the pants train, and then I'm like, sorry, I'm going to be in Brimfield, and now I'm not, and I'm missing out on pants. Although I probably don't have anything, honestly. We need a pants collection part tag. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Sam is hosting a pants train, and it is things with pants or things you could put in pants. So I think that will be lots of fun. And that is happening tomorrow. The pants going, yeah, they're going to be on parade. Yeah. It's going to be lots of fun. So tomorrow we have Good Morning Niknax in the morning. We have the fabric buttons, trims, and more train. And then we also have the pants. So lots happening tomorrow on Wednesday. It will be fun. Yeah. Well, she popped in and let everybody know that tomorrow is is the show, and Dollar starts tomorrow morning, starting at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. So I would encourage you guys to check that out. Get your coffee and just sit back. I might even pop in. I might be like, hey guys, 7:30, but I'm here. I have to take Ashton to school then anyway, so I'll be up. Okay, the non-Niknax sponsored event sign-up announcements are posted in the train chat. So you can also sign up for those. Yeah. So those announcements are posted in the train chat. The Niknax sponsored events announcements are posted in the Gazette. So you can find the announcements for seller sponsored events in the train chat. The Niknax sponsored event announcements are in the Gazette. So those two places. Oh yeah, Groovy Tuesday is happening tonight. Every Tuesday night is Groovy Tuesday. Yes, so Groovy Tuesday is happening tonight. Every Tuesday is Groovy Tuesday. So make sure you're checking out Groovy Tuesday. But yeah. Yes, you can. So early on when I started Niknax, I noticed a lot of people were having trouble creating thumbnails. It's, not everybody has an easy, not everybody finds it easy to use Canva. So I created multiple thumbnails for people to use, and you can find those under graphics and logos. There is generic thumbnails, and you can use any of those thumbnails in there. And it's probably time that I added to those. But yeah, you can use any of those thumbnails. So you have my first show. Oh, the summer sale is in there. Summer sale. I don't think that's the vacation one, though. That's just summer sale. So I'll have to add. I forgot I gave the little raccoon a popsicle. That's so fun. I gave him a popsicle. That's great. So there's jewelry show, there's the shelves, and there's holiday shopping. I know, memories. I mean, I was like, you know what? This raccoon deserves a popsicle, and then I gave him one. All right. Do we have any more questions? Anybody have questions before I sign off till next week? Oh, see the event. Let me see. I have to refresh. Yes, Pants Parade train is happening tomorrow. I see it. Yep, conductor Jolie Flips Vintage. Whee! It is on the calendar. So we are good. We are good to go. And then Pottery Palooza is next weekend. That's going to be fun. Who's hosting that one? Elsie and Vintage Table Lady. So next weekend is the Pottery Palooza. And then obviously the end of the month, we have the Paperweight Extra. So that'll be fantastic. Just trying to see if there's any other exciting events coming up. I think that's it. Jewelry Jingle next Wednesday? No. Next Wednesday is W for Wednesday. What is W for Wednesday? Vintage Table Lady and Gigi's Vault Variety is W for Wednesday. What is the theme of W for Wednesday? I'm just curious. What is the theme? So if you want to run your train ideas through Christina, Christina@niknax.net. Wild, wacky, and whimsical. I like that. All right, so next Wednesday is, W is for Wednesday. Wild, wacky, and whimsical. Wonderful. I like it. All right, so that's next Wednesday. I did want to mention before I sign off here that I have it in my head that we are going to try to expand Niknax into cards. I've decided to overcome my fear of opening up into cards, sports cards. So we're just going to bite the bullet and do it. So if you are a card seller, if you know a card seller who is, who fits the vibe, who is reputable, who is honest, who could plug into our community and be a good person here, just let me know. Or refer them to Niknax. Pokemon, yeah, I'd be open to Pokemon, but I mean, I know that there's a lot that goes on, and I mean that's what's held me back from getting into cards, is because I know there's a lot that goes on in cards. So they would have to come with references. They would have to come with references. But yes, I would be open to that. I've decided to overcome my fear. Yes, Andrew does cards. Yes, and I actually talked to him about doing some card stuff. So he's thinking about maybe doing breaks, possibly. I don't know much about breaks, but I think he's going to meet with Ivan and maybe later this week and try to figure out how that all works on Niknax. I mean, on just district and stuff. So yeah. Coins as well. Yeah, coins as well. Where do you get stickers? You can go to Niknax, and there is a what is the one that it is? Merch, and there's so many chat channels. There is a chat channel that includes, it's under the seller channel. Do you guys know where the stickers are listed? They're in there somewhere. I think it's under merch, but I don't see the merch. Generic thumbnails, Niknax logos. You can also probably just type in Niknax stickers. I thought it was merch too, but I can't find it. Oh, it's in top. It's in the top. It's literally under Niknax information. It's in the very top drop down. Merch and stickers right there. So you have, here, I'll turn you guys around real quick. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So here we have our merch. We have stickers listed. We have the tote, and then we have bonfire. This was our latest. I love this design so much. So happy birthday. This was our 1-year anniversary shirt. The Niknax turns 1. It's so good. But if you click on here, I know, isn't it the cutest? If you click here, it'll bring you to bonfire.com. And then you can click over onto Crazy Lamp Lady. And there should be, oh, there it is. So this is like our old school, our original Niknax merch. So you can find all that here. So there's just 2 designs currently. We have this one and this one, but they are under, no, they should still be here. You can find them on the tie-dye. So this one is tie-dye. That one's tie-dye, and I don't know if I had tie-dye in this design. Oh, there. So there's a tie-dye hoodie. See, isn't that cute? I just love him. So there's that. I think that's the only tie-dye design though in this one. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Hang on. Oh my gosh, the dog next door is like, He's a golden retriever, and I've never known a golden retriever to be mean, but my God, that dog is like, he's like, yeah, I don't know if you guys heard him. He's like, oh shoot. All right. Anyway, is there a QR code we can print out for Niknax? I don't think so, but I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Bitly, bit.ly. You can create QR codes through Bitly, and then you can actually track how many times somebody accesses it. I use Bitly for like all of my YouTube links, so that I know how many people are clicking on my links. But yeah, so you can use that. What am I missing? Yes, you can actually, if you would like to make business cards to hand out, also under that information. No, it's not under Niknax information. It's lower than that. We have a logos. Niknax logos is under graphics and logos. So here's this. I should just leave you guys out of here. Let me turn you around. So we have Niknax logos. So like approved seller, you can post this to your Instagram. Niknax. There's the old one with the orange. I really love the blue though. So I have both of these. I've posted over here. They're supposed to be like a transparent background, but unfortunately they're not. I could probably make a QR code and post it for you guys. Maybe I could try. Yeah, it's bit.ly, Bitly. And you can use it to track all your links. Yeah, you can use those logos. My only request, and I have said this, that you can use those logos, but not in a commercial capacity. So you can't go out and make merch with those logos. You can't like go out and be like, oh, I'm going to make this coffee mug and I'm going to sell it. You can only use it for, business cards or stuff for promotion or marketing, but not commercial, which is, typical. It's like a typical policy that people have. All right. So I think we're going to call it quits. Where is my coffee listed for sale? You can actually do just a Niknax search and you can look for Oddbird Coffee and it'll show up. Oddbird Coffee. Gosh, we have so many people live right now. Who are we going to read into? Crazy. Let's see. Lots of people live. Oh my goodness. We've got Vintage Table Lady with fashion. I will say it again. I say it every week. I love that we are branching out into fashion. It makes me so happy. We did jewelry. We kind of like branched into, we started obviously based off of what I'm strong in, which is glass and pottery. And then we kind of like went in the direction of jewelry, which was so cool. And then we kind of like went into the fashion. I did show them the reel. I showed them both of them. And then, we kind of went into fashion. And we're doing snacks. Like, it's really cool to see us growing. And that's why I'm saying right now, I haven't shown them that one yet. I don't have it posted. I think it's posting tomorrow. That one posts tomorrow. But I made a reel for fashion too. So I love to see us growing. And that's why I'm ready for cards. I'm just ready to just get over my fear and just do it. Just do it. So, I'm open to it and, let's see what we can do. So, we're going to do a raid. We've got, like I said, lots of people live right now. I think we're going to raid into somebody who is selling vintage. Not necessarily jewelry, although we do have quite a few people selling jewelry right now. Looks like Revend Stacy. I don't think we've raided Stacy before, so we're going to raid into Stacy. Why not? Everybody have a wonderful day. Make sure when you get over there, you show some support and encouragement. And I guess I will see you guys maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see you guys later. clicked on an email. Sorry. Let me do a raid. Maybe it's just spinning. There it goes. Too many people live. It can't catch up. All right, let's go see Stacy. And I will see you guys later. So long.